Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Phay, and welcome to the channel. You know, I wouldn't buy anything with Velcro. It's a total ripoff. Today, we're taking a look at the track pack for Grand Prix. Now, this is classified as the new track pack, but it came out, I think, in 2023. I finally got a copy of it. I've really been enjoying going back and playing some of my racing car games. Grand Prix is one of my favorite race games. I absolutely love it. And I knew these track packs were out there. I just hadn't ever picked them up. I finally stumbled back across this one. It wasn't as super expensive. It kind of was down back to a normal price when I picked it up. So I figured I'd grab it. Now, I'll tell you what, let's go down to the table. Let me open this one up and let me show you what these tracks look like on the inside. All right, folks, here we go. This is the expansion track pack for Grand Prix, and I think this came out in about 2013. Now, Grand Prix is a game by Jeff and Carla Horger. All right. And the tracks you're going to get in this is going to be what the Circuit de Chavez, the Knight Kennedy, the Turan Raceway, and the Leviathan. And I'm assuming that's the way this originally came, was just in a bag like this. I don't know. I picked this up from a one of the online game stores, Noble Knight or something along those lines. I don't know. But this is how I got it. So this is how I'm going to show you. So let's get this thing opened up. Let's get it out of this bag. Okay. Because I'll tell you what, I have been waiting for these for a long time. I know there's also some for Thunder Alley, and I'd really love to get my hands on that one, but I just cannot find those anywhere. If I ever find them, I'm definitely going to be picking those ones up, at least if they're in a reasonable price. Okay. Now, this one right here, our cover, what we have, let's flip this over. Now, this is going to talk about our track expansions. We got some important rules, some overlapping lanes, restart lanes. Now, Thunder Alley restarts with just one lane. Right, track specific rules. So for three of the four different tracks, there's definitely different rules on how it's going to restart. And there's your credits right there. Okay. All right. Now, I'm probably going to take you for a little bit of a ride on this because we're going to be definitely lifting this camera up because there's no way in the world we're going to be getting these maps on this table, or at least be able to show you all the maps on this table. So let's do this. Let's raise this up just a little bit. Now, I can't quite get tall enough, but we'll see what we can do. We'll do the best we can. All right. So the first one we're going to open up looks like we are going to be the Circuit de Chavez, which is going to be in Anselmo, Spain. Now, this is a 3-lap track. And the cool thing about these tracks is you can use them in Grand Prix and you can use them also in Thunder Alley as well. And that's what I do like about it. Okay. So even though I have both games, one's NASCAR, one's Formula One, I do like the fact that I can combine the tracks for both of these, because realistically with two games and having all those tracks, it's just going to be realistically that much better. I can bounce in between different ones. Now, like I said, this is a 3-lap track. Now, 3 laps looks like as if you're playing it with Grand Prix down here in this corner. But if you're playing Thunder Alley, it's only going to be a 2-lap track. Now, we've got a place right here for our cards. So we got your draw and discard decks right here. And then, of course, as you can see how this track is laid out, your starting grids here, one all the way up through your 21, 22nd cars right over there. But you got your 3 lanes dropping down into 2, which are going to be dropping down into 1 going through these corners. So it's going to get really tight into these corners here. And then even if you look at these ones back over here, we drop back up into 3, down into 1. So there's going to be a lot of challenge on this track. All right. Here's going to be pretty normal, 2 to 1. Okay. Back into the 1 to 2. But I like how it goes into this 3, splits back down into the 1, and then comes back around. This looks like a very, very fun track. On top of that, folks, I am going to say the artwork on these tracks is just amazing. Okay. I mean, absolutely amazing. Look at this. Phenomenal. Okay. Also, right up here, we do have a spot for our event cards. I do like the fact that they actually have them so you can put them on the board. You don't have to put them on the side. I do love that. Now, let's flip this over and let's see what we have. Because, this is the one I've been wanting to really see. This is the Leviathan. Now, this is in Foster City, Atlantis. All right, now we have just 2 laps if you're playing Thunder Alley. We have 3 laps if you're going to play Grand Prix. Okay, so we got our race cards down here. We're going to have event cards up here. And where's our starting grid? Okay, so here's our 1 and here's 22 right down here in the bottom so you can see them. And it looks like we're going to drop instantly into this 1 lane corner, into the 2, okay, going back into the 1. We do have the triple lane over here on the backside, dropping back down into the 1. So it looks like our only triple lane is over here on the backside. Otherwise, we're staying singles, doubles. And we have a long, right over here, look at this, coming back into here, we got a long single lane corner right over here, right back into the starting line. Okay, really cool. Again, absolutely gorgeous artwork on this track. Just absolutely phenomenal. Now, let's get this thing folded up and let's see what we have for the next one. Okay, now the next one, let's get that over here. Move this one off to the side because we really don't need this one in the way anymore. These tracks take up so much table space, but that's what I love about these race games. I love the table space they take up. Just fill my table full of a racetrack, and I love it. So this one looks like it's the Knight Kennedy Speedway. Now this is in Redire. I hope that's right, Ireland. Now this is a 2-lap, whether you're playing for Grand Prix or Thunder Alley. This is only a 2-lap track. So I'm expecting this one to be really crazy. Let's flip her over here. And what do we have? Of course, as normal, we got a spot for our race cards down here. Our event cards are going to be right there. And let's see, down here, let's move it around. Down over here in this corner, this is going to be our starting grid, 1 through 22. Okay, 2 lanes at start only is what it's showing here. Then what are we doing? We're 2 lanes going into our corner, just a really fast corner, but it's going to come out into this triple, back down into our double, back down into a long single over here, a quick double back into the single, and then we're going to get this huge triple, this nice triple lane all the way on this backside. Well, it's actually 3/4 of the way coming back through, back into a single, double. Look at that, single, double, single, and then we're back into our starting grid, trying to get over here all the way to the finish line. Really cool looking track. Looks really technical right in through a couple of these sections. Okay, really nice. I do like that. I do like the looks of this one. Now, the 4th track, what do we have? This is the Turan Raceway. This is in Scout, Colorado. Now, we're going to have 2 laps on this one if you're playing the Grand Prix combined, if you're playing Thunder Alley Road, or if you're playing Thunder Alley combined. If you're playing Grand Prix Road, it's 3 laps. If you're playing Thunder Alley Dual or Oval, it's 4 laps. And if you're going to play the Grand Prix Oval, then it's going to be 5 laps. All right. So let's take a look at what this one's going to give you. Race cars up top, event cards, all the 4 tracks. Awesome that they do have all the cards are definitely on the board. Now, I do like how this one looks like it is just really embedded in the city. Really nice. We got our starting grid right here. Okay, 1 all the way over to 22, right down here in the bottom. Now, if you want to play the oval, looks like you're going to go from your, looks like 4-lane wide into your 2, or your 2 here. Come around the back stretch into 3, your 2, and you're going to hit this 4 right over here. But you also have this, it looks like your pit lane coming out as well. All right. Now, or not pit lane, but it's for your other. So from here, if you want, you can also come down into here, which is really cool. If you want to play the, get out of the oval and just play the regular track. We got our 2 lanes, our single, double back into a single. Now we're going to hit triple as we come in through here. All right. And then we're going to go back into this double and come back down in here, which is really nice. So the question is, when you're playing this, can you come this way, come through here, and then do your oval and then try to come back in through here? Is that going to be too confusing? But that would actually be kind of really cool, wouldn't it? I like that. But there you go. And you know what? And if you want, hey, look at that. We're in Colorado, Scout, Colorado. We have a baseball diamond. We got a football. Go watch some races. Go watch some football. Go watch some baseball. It's all cool. And there you go. Okay. Let's see if we can get this one folded back up. Like I said, these are huge 8-panel maps. Very nice. Absolutely love these. Okay. Now, these come in a bag, so I'm definitely going to have to find a box that I can put those in. Don't really need my camera up nearly as high as what I have it. So let's drop this back down because, you know, this is basically the cover. This is going to be the cover for Grand Prix. And I do like that box for cover for Grand Prix. So let's see if we can get that back in there for you. But there you go, folks. The expansion tracks for Grand Prix from GMT Games. I absolutely love this game, and I cannot wait to get all 4 of those tracks at the table. I'm going to have a ball playing them. Okay, let's head back up top. Let's close this out. All right, folks, there you go. That is the track pack for Grand Prix and also for Thunder Alley, because they can use for either one. Okay, and those tracks look really good. A couple of those look super technical. I'm excited to give them a try. I like it when the tracks really go from those 3 lanes, drop down into the 1, come back in. You really have to play with your strategies when you're going through those corners and you're getting back out, you know, trying to jockey for position. Okay, it's just they're so much fun to play. Now, I left them out of the bag so that way you can at least see what this cover looks like. Of course, I had to use my Grand Prix box to hold everything up because, well, they just flat won't stand up. And I know there's a Thunder Alley track pack that came out, I want to say in like 2015 or something like that. Like, what is it, 11 years ago? Man, I think I saw one copy on eBay that was expensive. I can never find that for a good price, or if GMT ever decides to reprint that, man, put it on the P500. I will be there backing that one, just so we can get it. Okay, because like I said, I love more tracks for these games. But there you go. The expansion tracks to Grand Prix looks absolutely fantastic. Well, thank you once again for joining me today. As always, I please ask you to like this video on YouTube, Board Game Geek, Facebook, or even on X. Please leave me a comment on any one of those platforms, and I'll get to those comments just as soon as I can. And also, folks, if you like the videos I do here, if you haven't done so already, I humbly ask you to click on that subscription button and even click on that bell and be notified when I drop new videos. And also, if you like the videos I do here, I also post videos over on the Discriminating Gamers channel. Over there, we'll do some unboxings, playthroughs, and reviews. I'll leave a link to Cody's channel in the details below. You know, I used to have a job collecting leaves. Man, I was raking it in.